After the Trump administration released their climate assessment report last Friday, the media, as I had mentioned earlier in the week, spent actually a lot of time talking about climate change, which is something we've never seen before. On NBC, Meet the Press, they decided to go a little bit different route, and Chuck Todd brought in Republican Representative Mike Lee. Now, they did talk about climate change, but instead of bringing on, a scientist or somebody with a plan to address the issue, Chuck Todd brought on Representative Mike Lee from Utah, who told us that, fossil fuel emissions probably aren't the healthiest things, but you know what's worse? Regulations. That is what Mike Lee said. He said, we understand emissions are bad, but we can't destroy the economy to fix the planet. God, no. Which shows two things. First and foremost, Mike Lee doesn't think that there is actually a problem with climate change. And two, he's not smart enough to understand how regulations actually help the economy. And before I explain the very simple math behind that, let me read you what Mike Lee said here. There's no question that for a variety of reasons and regardless of where one stands on the issue of climate change, that the burning of fossil fuels does emit into the environment a number of things that aren't the healthiest. All the proposals I've seen so far that would address any of these issues would devastate the U.S. economy and have little or no benefit that is demonstrable from our standpoint. Well, from your standpoint, Mike Lee, you're an absolute idiot. Studies from the EPA itself have proven that for every dollar spent on compliance, it generates an additional $14 in economic activity. So we spend $1 on regulations to protect the environment, and that $1 then generates $14 throughout the economy. So suppose we're spending $1 billion to mitigate climate change on regulations and whatever. That $1 billion generates $14 billion in economic activity. So there's your very simple math as to why regulations actually help the economy, you idiot. But here's another. I don't think Mike Lee has read the report. I don't think he understands the big words in it or the science or the charts and graphs and numbers. I don't think Mike Lee is an intelligent person, and I have no problem saying that based on his comments right there for Chuck Todd. But here's the thing. Mike, how bad is it going to hurt the economy when, according to the climate assessment, corn and soybean crop yields diminish in the United States and we're not able to produce enough food? How's that going to help the economy when we don't have enough food? So suddenly there's a shortage in supply and an increase in demand. That causes prices to skyrocket. I mean, how's it going to help the economy when large portions of our country are just literally on fire? How's it going to help the economy when entire coastal cities are underwater? How's it going to help our economy when insurance companies go bankrupt because they can no longer cover the losses? I mean, insurance companies have been planning, I don't know if you guys know this, but they've been planning for climate change for over 15 years. That's the one industry in the United States that's been taking it seriously because they understand the risks. That's literally their job, to understand risk. Everybody else just been whistling past the graveyard, including Mike Lee. But I could promise you, Mike, no matter what you say about regulations, it's going to do a lot more damage to our economy to just let the entire country burn to the ground. If we enforce the regulations that are on the books, if we create new ones to help protect the environment so we have a livable country, we're going to generate billions upon billions of dollars in new economic activity. It's a win-win. We get to save the planet and boost our economy. Only a true idiot would think that those things are not worth it.